early in the week, Entertainment Weekly Star Wars podcast called Dagobah Dispatch played their interview with Ahsoka Tano herself, Rosario Dawson, in which she said there was not yet any information or confirmation of a second season for the Ahsoka series. Then, as footnote to the big news about the Mando and Grogu movie, Lucasfilm was like, "Hey, guess what? Season 2 of Ahsoka's coming. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great." Um, and Dave Filoni is going to be doing his feature films, but he is also currently developing Ahsoka season 2. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. And if I could just jump on that real quick, I will say once again, gimme. Gimme. No, I'm not surprised that it's coming back. Yeah. There are way too many. There's way too many stories that need to be told, and it would be. Way too many stories that need to be told in both galaxies.
Right.
And it would be a high crime, if they did not at least continue this story. You know, there's so many threads that are left open, and Anakin's story is not done yet. So that there's a lot that has to be done.
What do you got, Nick?
I mean, yes. Also, give it to me, please and thank you. The way it ended, there was no way that you didn't leave that thinking one of two things. It's going to be continued in the kind of ultimate culmination Mandoverse movie that we've heard about that's going to tie all that stuff together. But I mean, you've got Ahsoka and Sabine still in, the outer other galaxy. I forget what it's called. I'll mail my fan card to you later. You've got it's ready for it. And based on the statistics, the feedback, the viewer numbers, yes, let's go. It's something that's going to produce for Star Wars. It's something that's going to produce for Disney Plus. Keep it rolling. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited to see, honestly, it's like what we've said, give it time to develop. If we're still heading towards that eventual culmination, Thanos Avengers level, Mandoverse movie, let's add some more things to the pot to continue to simmer to make that movie have even more weight. And if that's a Mando movie and a Mando season 4 and an Ahsoka season 2 that all feed into that, awesome. Where can we go wrong?
I don't think it's any coincidence that all this stuff is happening several months, or I don't even know how long. The Star Wars news time is a continuum that's impossible to follow. But I don't think it's any coincidence that they have recently elevated Dave Filoni to this creative director role or whatever title it is. I'm sorry, Dave, if I'm getting it wrong. Because it's going to be really important to make sure that all these threads are pulled together. And I have no more confidence in anybody than Dave Filoni to get that done. The biggest heartbreak about it, though, to be honest, is that to me, the breakout character from the Ahsoka series, as great as everybody was, and there was so many great characters, but Ray Stevens as Baylan Skull was not just because I feel like finally somebody I can cosplay, but I feel like it's he was so good, so strong in that character. Everything you read in interviews with him is, the way he approached the character is, he's a bad guy who doesn't realize he's a bad guy or thinks he's the good guy, that's what makes great characters. So
compelling. Yeah. That's Walter White, Breaking Bad level stuff.
Yeah. And Ray was so amazing. And it's tragic to begin with, but it's even more tragic when you see just the phenomenal stuff that he brought to that character. So
it has to be a recast, right?
It's got to be.
But man,
don't T'Challa this.
Yeah,
bring it. Look, I love Chadwick Boseman, but John Boyega was right there. They could have.